Hello everyone and welcome to the third video on Cast Combat Day. I'm trying to keep these short and sweet for you so we can be on our way. This is called Preparing for the Roam, and so what we're going to talk about is what you kind of need to do to get ready for the Roam. There are a couple of main things. Okay, the main thing you need to know how to do is to set your medical clone, which is also kind of called your home station. This is where you wake up when you blow up, right? It's the graveyard in World of Warcraft. But in this case, you can set your medical clone in any station that has a clone bay. And the most important three stations for this roam that have clone bays that you can set your clones in is Orville Defiance Point, RFGGF 5, which we talked about in the first video. Intaki Syndicate Academy has one, and Thera 13 also has a clone bay. So those are the three stations that you'll probably be setting your med clones in. So I'm going to kind of show you how to do that right now. I'm going to just warp over to Defiance Point here. And we're going to go set that as our home station. I actually think it's already my home station, so I might not be able to 100% go through with it. But we'll see. I don't remember where my home station is. I have no home. I'm a wanderer, baby. We have arrived. So once you're in here, this is the clone bay icon here. Any station that has this. Change the station your medical clone is installed in. So actually, yeah, my home station is this station. So what you'll do is your medical clone, you will say change station, and you will, well, this will say set home station, not current home station. You set it there. And then you'll always wake up there when you die. So at various points in the roam, you'll be asked to set your med clone to various stations along the way. It's either going to be Defiance Point or Intaki Syndicate Academy or Station 13 in Thera. That way, depending on where the fleet is, you wake up in a place that's actually somewhat near where we are. The other thing you want to be careful of anytime you go on a PvP roam is you want to make sure that you're in a blank clone, meaning you don't have any implants in the clone. So if you've installed, implants, if you're in a training clone, if you've installed implants, you want to jump into a blank clone before you go roaming, because you're going to get blown up, more than likely. Stuff goes wrong, But make sure to set your med clone where we tell you to set your med clone. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Next order of business is getting a ship. In the Eve mail about the day, it'll say what the restrictions or requirements are for the ship. They're usually really, really lax for this. We don't have a fleet doctrine or anything. I think it's usually battle cruisers or smaller. Usually armor tank, although they didn't say for the last Cast Combat Day, but most people ended up in armor tank ships. And the other requirement is that it has a micro warp drive and either a warp scrambler, mostly called a scram, or a warp disruptor, mostly called a point for some reason. And you can put stasis webs on, but those are kind of optional. So, build your own ship, bring it out. It is going to blow up. So whatever you fly in Cast Combat Day, you need to be okay with losing it. And that's, like I said in another video, that's a hard lesson in Eve, because, nobody wants to get their ship blown up, but it is absolutely going to happen. So the sooner you get used to that idea, the better. So we need to talk about what happens when you die. I don't know if I've stressed this enough. You will blow up. So when your ship blows up, you will either be in your capsule, or they'll blow your capsule up too if we really lose the fight, or if you don't get out in your capsule. Most of the time, you're going to want to self-destruct your capsule. And because when you blow up, it'll put you in a station with all the other people that died in the fight. So it's best not to go alone. The way you self-destruct your capsule is you can right-click and you can just say self-destruct, and it'll blow you up after a couple minutes. And you'll go back to wherever your home station is, wherever your med clone's set with everybody else that died in the fight. So during these fleet fights in PvP, lots of people tend to die at the same time. So your best bet once you die is use that downtime to ponder if the death was your fault, or simply just kind of how the fight went. It's a good time to let the adrenaline wear off, get the shakes out of your hands, just chill out and be patient, and the fleet will find a way to get you and everybody else who's dead with you shipped up again and back into fleet. You just need to be patient. Staying put and reshipping and heading back together to meet up with the fleet is your best option. The other thing, in case you join the roam late or you kind of want to know what's going on, you want to know where the fleet is, you can always ask for the fleet location, and somebody will link it. They'll link the solar system that they're in, so you kind of can tell where they are. And if you say, like, I don't know where you guys are, somebody will break off from the fleet to kind of help you, maybe type at you in the fleet chat, or say, open up a private conversation with you or whatever, just to kind of get you caught up to where you need to go. Remember, it's a learning experience, and I think that that's all you need to do to be prepared. You need a blank clone. You need to set your med clone where the people tell you to set your med clone, your home station. And then, be good when you die. Be patient. All right? It happens to all of us. I lost my favorite ship about 20 minutes into the last roam, and I sat there and I got a new ship, and I went back in, and we destroyed like $3 or $4 billion worth of enemies. So just be patient. Use the downtime. Get the adrenaline out. You should be good to go. All right, the next video is going to be about roam maneuvers, mechanics, and jargon. So we'll talk about that, and I'll see you there.